Hello friends, it's been a couple days and thanks for joining me and welcome back. I'm LJ with today's adventure stop and I'm going to talk today about a little bit about working here in Las Vegas. So it's a little bit different, coming from California, you can pretty much just go in there and, ideally if you have your ID already set up or driver's license, of course a social security card and other documents that can prove you can actually work legally in the United States or be sponsored. It's really easy to get a job, but here in Las Vegas, it's a little bit different, or in Nevada in particular. A lot of them are kind of fees. Yeah, they're fee-based because you need different permits, like work permits, work cards are what they're called. And so I just came down and got this thing, which is a work card, or also known as a TAM card. It's also an alcohol awareness card. They're named different things. They change throughout time. But basically, it kind of does a pre-background check to say you are qualified for your position, but also it does a quick little background check sometimes, depending on your type of job or your position you're applying for. It basically covers the employer under liability, but also as a revenue generator, unfortunately. It's just the way it is because there's no income tax here in the state of Nevada, meaning they don't tax your income like they do in most other states. Like Florida and a couple other states are also exempt from taxing you, which saves you, anywhere from 12–15% depending on how much you actually make. But they have to make up for it in other ways, whether it be sales tax or through the casinos, or in this case, getting different cards for fees that they collect on you. So with that said, let's delve into a little more about these adventures. And I just noticed behind me, see that? That's actually foam. It's actually made out of lightweight foam, and if you damage it, well, you kind of have to replace it. It's paintable though. Okay, so like say for example, this alcohol awareness card, you have to go online, you have to pay your $25 fee, you take the test, you go down to one of these designated centers all throughout the Las Vegas Valley, and then you go in and take a actual physical test that's monitored and proctored, and then they actually give you your card then and there on the spot. Let's say, for example, if you're going to be, this is actually if you're going to be serving alcohol or working in an establishment with alcohol. You kind of have to be aware of the different intoxication levels and serving and blah, 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 even though that's not really what I'm going to do. So it's definitely industry specific for what you do. Say, for example, if you're actually going to be working in the casino and working as a handler of cash, handling money, well, then you need something called a sheriff's card, where you have to go down to the sheriff's department. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it's around $100 or so to apply and get that card again to generate revenue for the state. But it also is good for 5 years and entitles you to be able to work around cash or handle cash. It's kind of like a little pre-background check, basically. And then depending on where else you work, you'll have to get different cards. Like say, for example, if you work in security here, you'll have to get something called a PILB, which is kind of like a guard card. In addition to that, if you're going to carry your firearm exposed, then you need a different permit for that. And of course, there's different fees for that as well. So yeah, check into it because you can't just really walk into this state and just start working. You kind of have to have a job set up because a lot of those jobs will kind of pre-sponsor you in order to get these different cards in order to work for the state. So yeah, a little weird, a little complicated, but that's a quick little background. If you're interested in moving to the state, it's really difficult to actually get started and work right away. It's going to be at least about a month or two. If you're actually going to work for one of the big hotel casino resorts or work in a specialized type of unit, like whether it be security or as a bartender or as a server, any type of establishment, especially big name establishment like the mega hotels, you're going to have some sort of background check and work card associated to it. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's quick little video here explaining how it is to work. If you have any other questions, leave a comment down below. Motorcycle. Always, right? Give this video a nice like and thumbs up, subscribe down below, and turn on notifications so you'll find out when the newest video drops. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next adventure.